Okay, everybody always asks me how do I do my hair like in the morning, like my scene hairstyle, and how do I straighten my hair because I have extensions in. What you've got to realize is if you have extensions, make sure you buy human hair before you get them, because if you do not buy human hair, you can't straighten the fake hair. If you straighten it or wash it or anything, it's ruined. It's just completely ruined and you gotta buy new. But if you get human hair like I have, it's a lot more simple because you can do anything with it. You can wash it, you can straighten it, curl it, whatever. It's like you can treat it like your own hair. But if you don't get human hair, it's fried and it's gone. If anybody's wondering, because I usually get asked this, how much I pay for mine. These ones, you can get 8 inches, which is only up to here though, for like $15, but I paid $83 for mine. They were $83, and as you can see, they're really long. They're only $82, they're 12 inches. Okay, but they're human hair. Make sure you buy human hair, because if you buy fake hair, you cannot take it back. Because where I got mine was Sally's, and if you buy it, once you buy their human hair, all sales are final. All sales are final on human hair. It's kind of like a car. If you buy a car and then you decide the next day you don't want that car, you can trade it in, but you cannot take it back and get your money back. It's just not possible. So the same thing with hair, with these extensions. They don't want them back because they don't know if they've been in your hair once or not, or if you took them out and messed with them. They don't want them back. So what I usually do is I pull it up, like half of it up, separated in half as you can see, and I straighten it. But be careful if your hair is damp and you don't have the time to dry it, like I usually don't have much time to dry it. I usually towel dry it really good and straighten it. It will kind of make a really weird sizzly sound, but if you do that, make sure you don't pull too hard when it's wet because you'll pull them out. It won't hurt when they come out, but you will pull them out. But if your hair is dry and you pull too hard, you still can pull them out, but that one would hurt. You really don't want to do that. But my hair, it's really easy to straighten. Just run the straightener through it a little. Straightens very quick, so it doesn't take a minute. Sorry if you hear my iPod go off or if you hear my cell phone go off because people are texting me. Like they don't realize that I'm like trying to make a video right now, so they're calling me on Skype and stuff, and they're texting my phone and my iPod, so you hear some sounds maybe. But yeah, just make sure it's human hair. And make sure you don't pull too hard, because I have pulled these out. Most people usually, the best thing to do if you want to separate your hair is usually use a hair clip. But my sister stole my hair clip, so I'm kind of using a hair tie. Just a regular hair tie. But the best thing would be using a hair clip. Don't use elastic rubber bands, because if you hit it with a straightener, of course it's going to break. It's rubber. It's just going to break. After that, I usually brush it. Brush it nice and good. My hair, it's really, like, not that much. I don't really do much to it. But hold on a second. I'm going to run and get my hair stuff real quick. Okay, I'm back. What I usually use in my hair is this hairspray. You can get at the dollar store. That's where I got mine. We also got a matching bottle of mousse, but I don't use the mousse. I use hairspray. It holds better. And then before I do anything with my hair, I always put this in. It's called So Sexy. It's a smoothing shine serum. So you can see. I think it's Victoria's Secret. I'm pretty sure it is. I always take it. It's like liquidy. So you can probably see it, I don't know. It's really liquidy. It's kind of like an oil. Just put a little bit in your hand. You don't want to use too much, because, like you use a little bit. You don't want to use too much, or if your hair looks oily, it looks gross, it looks disgusting, and people think you haven't showered. And you really don't want people pointing and laughing at you saying, oh, she hasn't showered in a couple of days. You really don't want that. So I usually just rub it through my hair. Mainly the bottoms of my extensions, because over straightening your extensions, sometimes they do get rough and a little dry. So I usually put a lot of it in my extensions. Okay. Then after that, I brush it to make sure it's all through it. I try not to put it on the weft too much where I glued it in, or else it'll come out. But if you want them removed, best thing to use is Balsam and Protein. I bought the hair stuff to remove my extensions when I don't want them in anymore, but it doesn't work. It didn't work for me. It might work for you, but I really wouldn't spend $4 on something. You can get this at the dollar store for $1 and just soak your head in it for a little bit, and it'll work just as good. And after that, I usually spray. It's gonna be loud, maybe a little bit. I spray hairspray in my hair, and then I brush through it, make sure the hairspray gets in the spots I want it. Okay, and then after that, I separate my hair so you can see my coon tails. As you can see, I have another one up here, but I usually pull that back. I pull the top half of my hair back pretty much because I have coon tails on both sides, but this one, it's a lot harder to see if I don't pull it back. But I like people to see my coon tails. They're cute, they're in style, they work good, they look great. Especially if you're a scene kid like me, or like one of my friends. I have friends that are scene kids too. If you're a scene, or if you just like the scene hairstyles and makeup and stuff, like some people do, then yeah, that's the best thing to do, is to just make sure you have coon tails. They're cute. I'm going to use this hair thing. It's hair time. Pull the top half of my hair back, being very careful not to grab any extra strands. Okay. And if you grab extra strands, make sure you just go like that and lightly pull them out as you go. If you grab extra strands as you go. Okay. Okay. Hold on, it got kind of messy after you did that for a second. Okay. 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 Now that I'm done with that, pull it down. Make sure your ponytail thing, so you can see, make sure it's flat and not sticking out like an actual ponytail would, because you look weird. You look kind of funny. People laugh at you. Some will. Some will try to be nice about it. Some will point it out. Okay. And then after that, I usually put my bow in. But you do not want to put it, like some little kids, it's cute when they do it, but you really don't want to put it. You don't want to be like my age, like 17, walking around with a big bow in front of your face. You don't want that. You don't. People look at you weird. The best thing to do is put the bow on the side of your head, near your part, and put it on the side of your head. And if yours is like mine where it has a design on it, make sure it's not sit down. Because my friends, they point it out if it is. They will. They'll be like that to point things out. And then there, you can put a headband in, but I usually don't put one in because then it messes with my hair, it messes it up, it makes it look horrible. But after I'm done with all that, I'll pull the back, like of it, down there. And I make sure the ponytail stays in the back. You don't want to pull it up on your side. You want just the sides of your hair pulled up. You really don't want it all back like that, because then you look like some stuck-up person, some preppy rich person. And after that, I spray it with hairspray. And then I brush it. Make sure it's brushed all nice and good. Okay. Okay. That's how I do my hair every day. I always do it like that. Oh, I kind of messed it up, but so I do it every day. And after you do your hair, try to, like, if your friends are like my friends and they just want to mess with it, tell them no. Tell them not to mess with it. You really don't want them messing with it, because usually they screw it up if you let them mess with it. Well, I'll show you guys how to dye your hair like mine. Once school is about to start, which is August 15th is when I get back. And I'll show you guys then, because I'm going to dye it like 2 or 3 days before I go to school. Well, I'm going to make another video of how to do your makeup. So, see you guys later. Bye.